With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries glow. Okay, thank you. Setting a proper motivation with 3 points: refuge field, Buddha, the Bodhicitta field, and the purpose of this practice. The first refuge field: visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the space in front of us, as so loving, caring, and embracing. Bodhicitta field: visualize your two kind parents and all your family members, including children, and all their mothers and siblings with you, the human beings, animals, insects, hungry ghosts, god and goddesses, spirits, Gandharvas. And here you are like the mother, and all others are like children. And the purpose of this practice is to awaken your Buddha nature, and particularly, um, please make sure that what is being said makes sense to each one of us. The purpose of this practice is to awaken the hidden treasure of ultimate happiness and fearlessness which exists within each one of us. And although this is, you have this potential, why don't we experience the fearlessness and infinite happiness at the moment? It's because that these amazing potentials, they are obscured by the mental defilements, like the gold when mixed with the mud. Although the gold is present, but it's not visible. And how to make this gold inside to manifest? By removing the mud from the gold. Likewise, remove the metal defilement so that the seed of perfection within us will manifest. How to remove this metal and how to remove these metal defilements? First, we need to identify what the defilements are, without which we don't know what remedies to apply to remove them. And the defilements are of two kinds, the gross and subtle. The gross one referred to as afflictive obscurations, the presence of which blocks us from attaining fearlessness, technically referred to as nirvana. And the subtle one blocks us from attaining infinite happiness, technically referred to as Buddhahood. And the subtle one referred to as cognitive obscuration. And the gross one is afflictive obscurations, which consist of contaminant karmas, afflictions, inappropriate attention, and self-grasping ignorance, or simply put, and all these are rooted to the self-grasping ignorance. And the cognitive obscuration, the subtle stains of the afflictive obscurations, like the smell of garlic after removing the salted garlic. So since they're all connected with ignorance, self-grasping ignorance, the remedy lies in the counterforce of this ignorance, which is the wisdom, ultimate remedy. Otherwise, other remedies are there, temporary remedies are there, like engaging in the virtues, engaging in 10 virtues, engaging to exterminate each of the afflictions, such as for attachment, the reflecting on the demerits of the objects, And for aversion, practicing compassion, and so forth, they are their respective remedies, but the ultimate remedies lies in the wisdom of emptiness. So there is desire to awaken this wisdom of emptiness, and this wisdom of emptiness to be driven by the force of Bodhicitta, the most powerful the motivation of the altruistic intention to become Buddha for the benevolent of sentient beings. And to have this motivation, it must be supported by incredibly great compassion. And this compassion, to what extent you can feel this towards other beings, is determined by to what extent you feel towards yourself, how severe you feel of samsara, how heavy the samsara you feel as something so repulsive. For this, you require renunciation. So these are technically referred to as the three principal paths: renunciation, bodhicitta supported by great compassion, and the wisdom of emptiness. And all these three supported by the single point meditation. If whatever practice that we do on a daily basis, following any tradition, any monastery, or any teacher, whatever, if these four things are there within us, you are a genuine, the altruistic, compassionate Dharma practitioner. So with this motivation, and imagine that eventually I must become Buddha for the benevolent of sentient beings, and inspire everyone to follow the path to cleanse the mind of the mental defilements, so that they will not have to shed any more tears of pain, and that they experience the infinite awakening of the mind, to experience the infinite happiness. And imagine that you're leading this practice and everyone's joining us. Page 3. And this by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all poverty dues. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I bear homage. And this by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all poverty dues. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I bear homage. And this by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all poverty dues. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I bear homage. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sanje joda zoge chonam la chanjo pardo dane gyapsuch dage jinso kebe sonam ge dola penjir sanje jubare sho sanje joda zoge chonam chanjo pardo dane gyapsuch dage jinso kebe sonam ge dola penjir sanje jubare sho Sanje joda zoge chonam la chanjo pardo tane gyabzo che dage chinso kebe sonam tola benjire sanje rupare sho. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separate, no sameness. I prostrate to the concept of Buddha, the supreme of all teachers, the one who taught this peace which is free of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all leads hearers seeking pacification, complete peace, which through the knowledge of past courses of self-migrators achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subdue and expand varieties of teachings. Okay, today I'm going to explain this verse. This is extremely important. And from this we'll know what is the purpose of life, the real meaning of life. There are some Tibetans here. In Tibetan it is Nyendwe Shiwa Tsunam Kunshe Nigi Nishi Tinze Kanyenda Dola Pembar Chenam Lamshe Nigi Chigden Tun Bitsabaka Kanda Yanda Demba Tuna Namba Kunde Naso Disomba Nyendwe Chenju Simple Soji Sanje Kendo Yumdela Chancellor. This is a Tibetan version. So this is word of salutation from the Arimatheas text, the Abhisamaya Alankara, ornament of clear realization. So there we see that the prostrations made to the three mothers, and three mothers are the metaphorical mothers, meaning that there are three kinds of beings. Three kinds of beings, meaning those who, of course, we see that there are people, everybody is seeking something meant to attain fearlessness and infinite happiness. Everybody's trying their best, and then some they don't know how to they extract good things, and some people, unfortunately, although they have some connection with seeking the true path for the genuine, which can actually lead us to fearless nirvana, but then they are trapped in such a situation that they cannot go in this direction. Whole situation is such that you cannot go in this direction, and some people they escape from this, and some people they are in a very conducive factors, and yet they are not ready to go. It's very strange how the world is created, or how the world is very strange. So broadly speaking, we see that there are two kinds. One, who are not who are not interested in the genuine path, which can take you to what you desire. Everybody desires to mitigate the power of mitigate the fears and increase your increase your happiness. This is the main goal. But something that by doing the opposite, they get this. For example, like engaging in negative karmas, they get this. And some people, they're wise. Oh no, this is negative karmas, wrong things. They will only take us to more miseries and less happiness. So we have to do the opposite. That is compassion, wisdom, to go in this direction. So there are two categories. And those people who are engaged in the wrong paths, they are known as the samsaric beings or childlike beings. Because those people who are really these the wise, who look for the actual path to get to the what you desire, fearlessness and infinite happiness, these people are known as wise. And these people, they can be grouped into three categories. One, who seek personal fearlessness, personal nirvana. And number two, the okay, let's first group into two again. And those in the proper path, again, you do those who seek, say, liberation for yourself, personal liberation, seeking nirvana, one. And then, or seeking absolute peace, nirvana. And then another one, looking for the, say, solution to all the sentient beings, following say, the path for a greater scope of the goal for the benefit of all beings. So the first one is known as personal liberation seekers, and the second one is known as Mahayana practitioners. Maha meaning the great, Yana is the vehicle, great vehicle. Those who seek liberation, freedom for everyone, not only for oneself. Two categories. The first, the second one, those who seek liberation and freedom for all the beings, they can be again divided into two. One who accomplished the task, meaning who attain that goal. Who is that? Buddhas. Who attain the goal? The Buddhas. Buddhas attain that state where you are equipped to give the maximum happiness for yourself and maximum happiness for others. You have the talents, you have the potential to give the maximum happiness for others. So, and that is the Buddhas. And the second one who aspire in that direction. Who's that? Bodhisattvas. So we see that there's one category who seeks personal liberation, and the second who seeks to aspire. So he seeks to aspire the perfection for the benefit of all the sentient beings. And the third one, there's the Bodhisattvas. And the third category, who already say they attain the state of consummation of their realization, ultimate goodness for yourself and ultimate goodness for others. That's the Buddhas. So personal liberation seekers, the bodhisattvas, and the Buddhas. There are three beings. You getting it? Within the personal liberation seeker, we see that Shravakas and Pratik Buddhas too. These two are clubbed together. Shravakas in English loosely translate it as hearers. Hearers. Those who hear the teachings and then share with other beings. So in a loose translation, hearers. Shravakas in Tibetan, Nyente. And then the Pratik Buddhas, personal liberation seekers, or the Pratik Buddhas are referred to as the solitary realizers or solitary realizers. Solitary realizers, meaning that those who liberation on their own. Sharvakas, they seek liberation for themselves, but they need the support of the group, Sangha group. But then the Pradic Buddhas, they seek liberation for oneself, but they do that, particularly towards the end of the journey, they try to do that on your own without dependent on the Sangha group. So this is more advanced or more sophisticated. In other words, personal liberation seekers, there are two. One is Nyente, Shravakas, one is Predic Buddhas, and the in Tibetan, Rangil, and solitary realizers, solitary in English. Yeah. Okay, so this put together as personal liberation seekers. Then the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas. They're three beings. And three beings have their three goals. And there are three means which make the three beings to accomplish their three goals. So there are three sets. You see that? Set of the three beings, set of the three goals, and set of the, hey, I said something, right? Your mind is dazed. I said three beings. They have three goals. Set of three beings with set of three goals and three means. You're going to get three means to accomplish, to three means to help these three beings to accomplish their three goals. Good. Okay. So the three means. Okay. What brought you to life on the planet Earth? Your mother gave birth to you, right? So these three means, like the mother is the means to give birth to you, to let you come on the planet Earth. Likewise, these three means, they help the three beings to accomplish their goals. So three means are referred to as the three mothers. You getting it? Okay, so what are the three mothers? Same, the first three beings, the first one, what's the first being? Personal liberation seekers. Personal liberation seekers, say explicitly indicated as the hearers or Shravakas. So they say they want personal liberation, absolute peace, personal peace. And what takes them to what is that mother which helps them to accomplish that goal is known as the knower of the all. Knower of the all, or the knowledge of the all. Knowledge of the all, meaning the knowledge which knows all the Four Noble Truths. All here doesn't mean all phenomena, it means all Four Noble Truths. The knower to all. The first mother is to mother to help the personal liberation seekers to attain their goal. What is that mother? Technically known as the knower of all. What is that knower of all? It's a short form of knower of all Four Noble Truths. Good. Then the next, what's the next person? Bodhisattvas. What is their goal? The goal is to show the path. Show the path to the different beings. Some people, they want to follow personal liberation, then Bodhisattvas will teach them how to attain personal liberation. Some people, they want to follow the Bodhisattva path, they will teach how to follow Bodhisattva path. Some people, they are more into, say, the action oriented, to really go and serve the sentient beings directly. They teach how to do that. Some people, they are more into samadhi meditation, they teach how to meditate. So the Bodhisattvas, their main goal is to help the beings by showing them the path, their respective paths. So, what helps them to know that, to do that, is that they should have the knowledge of all the paths. If you don't know what the different paths, then you cannot teach them. So therefore, for the bodhisattvas to accomplish their goal of helping the migrators, helping the sentient beings, is the mother in the form of knowledge of the path, PATHS, not the parts, the paths, the knowledge of the paths or the knower of the paths. Then, for the Buddhas, the third one, the Buddhas, the goal is to give teachings. turn the wheel of Dharma, give different teachings. And for the Bodhisattvas, is to show the path, meaning that the Bodhisattvas, they see the beings are suffering, they need to know the path. And to the Bodhisattvas, give teachings is not specifically categorized, because that the teachings is characterized by, say, to teach something very precisely in accordance with the sentient beings' propensities, proclivities, inclinations, passion, and so forth. For this, you have to know exactly the background, exactly the background of the sentient beings. This only the Buddha knows. Only the Buddha knows precisely what you require. So sometimes when you're so enthusiastic, you teach something, and the other person, instead of being helped, it can have a counter effect. It can have an adverse effect if you don't know, if you don't have the skill. So for that, the Buddhas are the best. So when you become a Buddha, you are the one who can give them the proper teachings according to the exact propensity, proclivities of the individuals. So for the Buddhas is to give teachings, and what allows the Buddhas to give teachings exactly in accordance with the propensities, proclivities of the beings is the omniscient mind. So the three mothers. Number one, the mother of all, the basis, the knowledge of all, or the knower of all. Translators translate different words. Knower of all or knowledge of all, same. Second mother is knower of the paths or the knowledge of the paths. And third one, the knower of all aspects. Knower of all aspects, namken, or in loose in English we translate as omniscience. Is actually knower of all aspects. Meaning all aspects of the all aspects of the individual's proclivities, propensities, inclinations, the connections, imprints, and so forth. And this is known as all aspects. And even the teachings, all aspects of teachings, all aspects of the background of the individuals. So the three mothers. So here, in the very standard Buddhist text, you never see these great masters ever praising, supplicating to the Buddha for having performed miracles. You're getting it? So therefore, in Buddhism, the ritual is not really encouraged. But particularly the blind faith rituals are not really encouraged. So the qualities, mental qualities. So look at this. The three mothers, they are being venerated. In what way these three are venerated? Because these are the qualities within the individual. Say, quality within the individual to know the Four Noble Truths. That's the first mother. The quality within the individual to know all the aspects of the path, all the paths. Again, it's the quality of the mental quality. It's not about the what kind of the miracle that you can perform, what kind of the following you have, and how many likes you have. Nothing of this. Nothing of this. It's all about your qualities. Then third, the mental quality of knowing the proclivities and the predispositions of the individual so well that the teachings can be given as the required by the individual. So that is done because of the omniscience or the knower of the all aspects. Okay, so these three are referred to as the three mothers, and we see from this we come to know that okay, the Buddha's teachings has nothing to do with the external, the fancy things. It's all about mental development, mental cultivation, and that too, they say, not wait for somebody, always to having to depend on somebody else. You should become self-sufficient. You should become self-sufficient. It's not that what is your root guru, you have list of root gurus. Then the list of the root guru is richer. Then you feel that I'm somebody. No, this is too dependent. So finally, all these external gurus, they are to introduce you to the internal guru. What is internal guru? Your Bodhicitta, wisdom, emptiness. What is guru? Guru is to guide you. And the external guru can guide you when the guru is with you. But how long the guru can be with you? Very less. So, but your mental quality, your mind is forever with you. If you can introduce the internal gurus, Bodhicitta and wisdom emptiness, this will be within you. These two will be with you 24 24/7. So these two will continue to guide you only towards fearlessness and infinite happiness. They will never guide you into the wrong direction. So external gurus, we never know. If you choose the wrong one, it can guide you in the wrong way. And some people I know that they even dissuade you from studying the systematic, going through systematic studies. This what is study, practice. What practice? Just sit like this and finish. So this is where we can be misguided by external gurus. But the internal gurus, they are so reliable. What? Bodhicitta and wisdom of emptiness. So the external guru's job is to introduce you to the internal guru, and internal guru, once introduced, these two internal gurus will be with you 24/7. And the job of the guru is to guide you to the desired goal. What's your desired goal? Fearlessness and infinite happiness. With these two things inside, guarantee that you will attain these two states. And to the 24/7 forever, you will be in this direction. Okay, so let's read this and see if it makes sense. Now, I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers. The first one, the hearers meaning personal liberation seekers, then the bodhisattvas number 2, and the Buddhas, the 3 beings are there, which through the knowledge of all, or the know of all, that is the first one, lead, it should be leads, which through the knowledge of all leads, because it's singular, leads, hearers seeking what? What is their goal? Pacification to complete peace. That is the personal liberation. So, the person, the being, the goal, and the means in the first category is explained. Number 2, which through the knowledge of paths, that is the second means or second mother, causes those helping migrators who are there, bodhisattvas, to achieve the aims of the world, to benefit the sentient beings. Number 2. Number 3, and through the possession of which, this is not a good translation, we added this already, and through the possession of which, in Tibetan is fine, but in English it doesn't make much sense. So you have to add the word in bracket, omniscience, and through the possession of omniscience in bracket, indicating that this omniscience is added by the translator. We should not be too liberal in this. And through the possession of omniscience in bracket, helps subduers meaning the Buddhas. The Buddhas expound a variety of teachings, all aspects of the teachings. Okay, let's read this together once more. And now let's feel the weight of this. The verse is so precious. And from these, we will know what is a real Dharma. Then your progress is going to be very different. For example, yesterday we were doing Pramana Vartika in Tibetan, and as I was teaching, the thought of how the repulsive the samsara is, and how scary it is. This all coming, which never came to me before. You're getting it? So this is the benefit of the study of the technical books. These are composed by highly realized beings, not just, okay, oh, Geshe Dorji Damdul, give him Bodhicitta retreat, and then I always say the same thing, right? This will not really help. So this only take you to one level. They're very sophisticated levels. Your mind has the level of the capacity of your mind is enormous. Don't feel complacent with a small thing, right? Follow one guru. Just don't study systematically. Just follow guru. It doesn't really help. Only if you are somebody like Jesus Milarepa, who can really commit yourself fully to whatever the guru said. Jump, you jump, right? And the guru says, jump. Hey, I'll sue you, right? This is today's world. If this is what happens, finish. Better study systematically, be self-sufficient, and then you say introduce the eternal guru, and then that will help you. And eternal guru, there are so many levels are there. So what we are doing, Bodhicitta is just 1 week. It's very shallow. You're getting it? Very shallow. But look at these. Why I'm deliberately trying to include these, explain these verses. To tell you that there's something much more, and then your mind has that capacity. Why should we use this, say, machine which can produce like say $100,000 per hour just to produce $10 per hour? Why should we use that for that small purpose? Your mind has great capacity. Why not we use that to accomplish a great thing rather than just be confined to a small thing? So how can we get it? For this, we need to know that your mind is this capacity, and there are the systems which can actually take us to to levitate our mind to that level. So what are these? Very sophisticated texts like Abhisamalankara. So look at these texts. So these are things. Okay, we'll read this once more. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all lead hearers seeking pacification to complete peace, which through the knowledge of past causes those having migrated to achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subdue by expanded varieties of teachings. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings. The teacher is to guard and protector to you are mere prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes is what is taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-composite. Such is the nectar light Dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I'll return to words. Beyond utterance, thought, and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unseized, and has the nature of space. Is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas, of three times are obeisance. The four seals of Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are the nature of suffering. All phenomena are in nature emptiness and selflessness. Transcending sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings from miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expansive billions eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries gloom. If attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Page 14. To the founder, the endowed... Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond the four destroyer, completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme God of human beings to be attained, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the complete and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme amongst humans, you are born in this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. where the pure bodies form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the three worlds, win of the best law to your prostrate, where the supreme science face like a spotless moon, color like gold to your prostrate. Thus we like you, the three worlds are not, incompatible wise one to you are prostrate. The Savior having great compassion to you the Tathagata prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dhamma that pacifies the prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path of liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to our moral precepts, to you the Sangha I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly, this is a teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, say conditioned things as such. Through this merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the four faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, but tread the ways of sickness and death. Heart Sutra, page 29. The Heart Sutra, the Perfectional Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arya Tubal Gem. Thus did I hear at one time. The Buddha was dwelling on the Master of Alcha's mountain in Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also, at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aravalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aravalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of profound professional wisdom train? He said, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of profound professional wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness of form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composition factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unseen, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composition factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There's no I element, so on up to and including no matter element, no mental consciousness element. There's no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to and including no aging in death and no extinction of aging in death. Similarly, there's no suffering, origination, cessation in the path. There's no exalted wisdom, no attainment, also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on dwelling professional wisdom, the mind without obscuration, thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond era, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifest the complete awakened to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the professional wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the professional wisdom, the wisdom that mantra equal equals, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the professional wisdom is declared: Yatha Om Gade Gade Bara Sam Gade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train the profound professional wisdom like that. Then the Buddha arose from their concentration and commanded the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aravalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound professional wisdom just as you've indicated, even that the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha having thus spoken, Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aravalokiteshvara, those are in the entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and gandharvas, but overjoyed in honey praise that is spoken by the Buddha. Okay, let's recite the mantra together. And as we recite this, just visualize that we are in the land of enlightenment, or the Buddha Shakyamuni. Imagine that we are on the vultures, the peak, which we're going to do tomorrow. Imagine that we are there. And Buddha Shakyamuni, His Holiness the Dalai, the preside over the congregation, Aravaliteshvaram, Sheriputra were there, and you are in the first row with your parents, with the children, with all the family members, and all the monks, nuns, bodhisattvas, and all demonstration beings are with you. And imagine the Buddha Shakyamuni is exhorting us thus: don't remain in the fears of samsara. Cut your tears of samsara. Come to ultimate happiness by awakening the Buddha nature within yourself. And you're hearing what the Buddha Shakyamuni is teaching us, particularly the wisdom of emptiness driven by Bodhicitta, without which, no matter what practice you do, no awakening. It's just the calm feeling can come, but no awakening. So, hearing what the Buddha Shakyamuni is teaching us, then when you inspire your parents, your children, all the sentient beings, this is what a compassion teacher Buddha Shakyamuni is teaching us. Let us go together towards enlightenment by awakening the Buddha nature within us, by knowing how to apply the remedies. With this in mind, everybody so happily joins you in this journey of cleansing the mind to awaken the Buddha nature to reach the aspired goal of fearlessness, which is nirvana, and infinite happiness, which is Buddhahood. Deyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha. By the teachings of three supreme jewels possessing the power of truth, may in and outer hindrance be transformed, may they be dispelled, may they be non-existent, may they be pacified, may all negative forces opposed to the Dharma be completely pacified, may the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems, conditions harmful to the Dharma, may all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, may auspicious and perfect happiness pervade this place now. 8 verse of my training, page 35. By Geshe Dorji. And this is to identify the root of our ego and our anger, restlessness, our insensitivity to other people, and so forth, our being judgmental and so forth. Identify the root cause of these. Identify what are the causes, the factors which trigger these, which otherwise would stop us from experiencing the infinite compassion. And having identified them, see how to avert them, and that your ego, anger, and so forth will calm down. Where these calm down, they leave room for compassion to expand. And then the bodhicitta that takes us to the awakening. Okay. With the determination to achieve the highest aim, for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respect for the whole others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe in my mind, and if sin's mental and emotional afflictions arise, as when I see beings of unpleasant character, and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear for their way to find as if it discovered a jewel treasure. When others out of jealousy treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself that defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or on whom I have placed great hopes misbehaves in extremely hurtful ways, may regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all these remain undefiled by the stains of the eight mundane concerns, and may I, recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. From my two collections, vast as space that have amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds were blind by ignorance. A seven practice in order for us to accumulate merit and to clear the obstacles from when following the path, so that you can traverse the path successfully. Seven practice, excerpt from the King of Prayers, extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samadhi. I bow down to the youthful mind Aramajishri. You are the Buddhas, the lions amongst humans, God of freedom in the present, past, and future, in the world's 10 directions. To all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy or aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms in the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every particle are Buddha's numberless particles. Each of them is a host of bodhisattvas, and I'm confident that the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with the Buddhas in this way. With the infinite oceans of praise for you, oceans of sound from the aspect of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you Sugatas. Beautiful flowers in regal gardens, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense are offered to you victorious ones of Buddhas. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, scented with powder of he without his mind Miro, all wondrous offerings and spectacular array offered to you victorious ones. With transcendental offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I've done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and ignorance, all these are openly laid bare before you. I lift my heart, rejoice in all the merits of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training, and those beyond, and all for ordinary. You who are the bright lights of the worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the states of awakening, all you are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request who you may actualize parinirvana. Please stay with us for eons, numberless atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostrations, offering and confessing, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, I would now dedicate this for the full awakening of all beings. Okay, Material Offering, page 40. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha felt and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. O Zajebe Joshi Mendo Tam Re Rable Shenyen Den Gemba Sangye Shendo Me Debu Vayin Chogun Nam Da Shenlai Chebarai Shon. Okay, the remaining two sets of the request made to Buddhas Bodhisattvas is so precious for our growth, and see if your mind tallies with what is being taught there. If not, then this is the meaning of the Dhamma practice. So to try to align your mind in line with what is taught in these two sets of the requests. The first, the four Dhammas of Venerable Gampopa. Venerable Gampopa is the direct disciple of Joseph Milarepa. He was the director of Subject Milarepa. And today what we say is the Kagyu tradition. All these traditions, they come from Jizungababa. And next one, for Dhammas Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva. Actually, it's my own teacher, Venerable Geshe, Venerable Kinamna Barabashe, who said these, and then I put them in such a way that His Holiness's the many years of advice, they are integrated here. So this is like the culmination of what His Holiness the teaches, along with my teacher Venerable Geshe, Venerable Kinamna Barabashe's the advice. Okay, the two sets together. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May I be blessed that my Dharma practices on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in light of exalted wisdom. The four Dhammas Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva, becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasps true existence, please bless me to generate renunciation, seeing all aspects of Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious wisdom of non-duality, bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalagam Nirate Amen. Foundation of All Good Qualities by Lama Tsongkhapa, the roadmap to enlightenment. The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and perfect view Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly saying this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this birth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtues and non-virtues come or follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me to always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativity and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great question arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the Pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to say this, train in supreme bodhicitta and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if developed bodhicitta but I don't practice the three types of morality, I'll not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I pacify distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of karma abiding special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gate with the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledge them alive. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, as in Vajrayana, by pressing with great energy, never give up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who showed the noble path and spiritual friends who practice their long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of stages and paths, may I could attain the state of Vajradhara. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, a Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroy hosts of demons without exception, Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, lost on top by your feet and make prostrations. jen kembe tso gen tso kaba lo san chabe sham la so ma den me me zeme te je je re se je me kembe wambo jambe ya Kanjen kembe zo gen zong gaba lo san chabe sham la so van me zeme te je je re se je me kembe won bo jambe ya kanjen kembe tso ye tso kama lo san chabe sham la so vane. Okay, next, generating the mind for consummate yoga with the 4-point meditation. First, single point meditation. Now, no need of instructions. We'll directly do that. 5 minutes. Are you ready? Okay. Next, renunciation. For renunciation, we'll do that on the basis of the 4 seals. In fact, there are various practices offered by Theravada tradition, likewise Chinese tradition. In Tibetan Buddhism, again, Sakya, Kakyu, Nyingma, Giri, they all have the little slightly varying practices, but they all come to the same point of the Buddha's own teachings, the 4 seals. So I prefer to do it directly with the Buddha's teachings, so that any, as all from different traditions can be included. Okay. With this mind, what you do is that let us try with the first one, all composite things impermanent, all contaminant things suffering nature. We talked about the subtle, gross and the subtle. We think about the gross impermanence first, followed by the subtle impermanence, and then how the subtle impermanence links to the results coming into being by the power of the causes. Causes contaminated, results will be miseries. So second seal, and reflect on what is contamination and how the contamination is so vicious in ways to create miseries, what kind of miseries, the 3 kinds of miseries. So this is what we have to reflect on. Today I'll not do any guided meditation. I'll just give you the lines And then you try your best to see if how much you can do that. And then tomorrow in the Raskir or Vulture Speak, we'll do that. Got it. Provided there are not too much people there, that we're all together. Okay. Ready? And then for the emptiness part, we'll do the guided. Okay, good. Renunciation. Renunciation is to renounce miseries. To renounce miseries, we need to renounce causes of miseries, which the Buddha taught. Ye dharma hetu prabhava, hetum desham tathagato ihavatat. And how to get rid of the cause of miseries? Buddha taught the four wisdoms in the form of four seals. The first seal, all compositing seem permanent. And as I move to the second seal, no need to just jump. They slowly wind up the first contemplation and gradually move to transit to the second. All compositing is impermanent. All contaminated things are of suffering nature. Everything is the nature of emptiness, selflessness. We'll go do guided meditation here on emptiness. Okay, today we'll meditate on the emptiness of a flower, which should be a sample of the meditation emptiness with respect to the external objects to which we feel attached to, we feel averse to. Just think of a beautiful flower, a rose flower, freshly blossomed rose flower. Buddha categorically give the example of flower. The flower and the beautiful flower, the possession which gives such a feeling of the blessedness within your mind, and the beautiful abode, like a blazing golden abode. And this, the Buddha taught, there's no external agent to create them. It is your mind which imputes them. The world is imputed by your conceptualization. Remember this. Just think of this flower in front of you. And how does the flower appear to you? A subjective real, all like a dream, a subject real. Of course, so objectified, well defined, and solidly there. This belief that the flower exists objectively there, so solid there, this is self-grasping ignorance. This is root of all our miseries. And how can I know that this is ignorance, not a valid mind? If it is a valid mind, then the flower should exist as object real. If it does exist as object real, then remember what Arjuna taught in his text, Ratnavala, or the Precious Garland. If the mirage were to be water, were not those close by the mirage see water? With a similar token of reasoning, if this flower would exist objectively, why don't I see this flower as I go closer to the object? Okay, now let us go closer to the object. The mind which goes closer to the object is technically known as the ultimate analysis. So, in other sense, in technical sense, let us subject the flower to ultimate analysis. Subject the flower to ultimate analysis, let's say with the help of electron microscope. What we see. Initially, what we see with the naked eye is extremely beautiful flower, freshly blossomed, color combination, texture, is everything so perfect. Under the electron microscope, initially we see like a crack there. Instead of the beautiful smooth texture, there's a crack. There's no more smooth there. You find the cracks. What are these cracks? These are the cell membrane which partition the cells from each other. And through further fine-tuning the electron microscope, you'll see the nucleus inside of each of the cells. The cells become so prominent, and inside the cells, you see the nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, and going through further fine-tuning the electron microscope, you will see the chromosomes inside. Okay. What's chromosomes? What are the chromosomes like? They are like the striped, brownish striped, they're striped brownish snake-like structures. And what is your emotional reaction? Aversion arises. Okay, now you have come too close to this object, which you earlier identified as a flower. So now what do you see? I just see the very repulsive striped brownish these thing-like structures. What happens to your, where is the flower which appeals you? It is no more there. Okay, even these chromosomes, through further fine-tuning this, we'll see them made of DNA molecules, which in turn are made of atoms. Now stay in this experience. You're just a pool of atoms. Okay, ask yourself, where are those chromosomes? They're all gone, nowhere to be seen. What's your emotional reaction? Very neutral. Or you good? Stay in this experience where the chromosomes gone. Likewise, where is that flower? Flower's also not there. Depending on which inquiry you make, where's the chromosome or where's the flower? Depending on that, you get the emptiness of the corresponding object. If you see where's the flower's nowhere to be there, to be found. Not as one with the parts, intrinsically one with the parts, nor as empty, nor as intrinsically different from its parts. Removing the atoms, where's the flower? No way to be seen. So these are only two possibilities for the flower to exist subjectively. And given that both the possibilities are ruled out, we ruled out the possibility of the flower to exist subjectively. Now what do you see there? Where's this flower? Which you, in ultimate analysis, nowhere to be seen. Instead you find the emptiness of the flower. The flower is empty. So the emptiness of the flower being empty, in ultimate analysis, is the meaning of emptiness of objective flower. Since experience for a while, a tinge of goosebumps a tinge of fear can come to you. Goosebumps can come to your mind. Cold waves can flow through your bodies. Or an extremely tranquil feeling can come at the core of your heart. Even if these indications does happen, you're very meritorious. If not, don't worry. We need more extensive studies, reflection, and this experience will come to us eventually. Stay in Sim for a while. Wow, that's amazing. Yes. It's just a perception which triggers all my emotions of attachment, seeing the flower, objective flower, emotion of attachment, objective on the chromosomes, aversion, objective atoms, then the ignorance persists. Wow, that's amazing. I'm just actually what triggers my emotions, fears, and so forth are not the objects. They're just my exaggeration of the things there, which my mind projects, which are actually not there from the object. Yes, that's very true. This is a very profound meditation. But what's the benefit of this? The benefit of this is that just when you think of the flower, just think of the emptiness of the flower, your emotion of attachment, aversion, all dissolve. Likewise, if you subject all your sorrows, stress, anxiety, anguish, sickness, aging, death, tension, depression, anxiety, and so forth, to the same analysis, subject them to ultimate analysis, we see that they will likewise dissolve to be discovered that they don't exist objectively at all, to the contrary of how they appear to our mind as object real. So with this, in experience with this emptiness, all our sorrows dissolve. Where the sorrows dissolve, absolute peace dawns in you. This is benefit. You become fearless. Wow, this is amazing. And if you get rid of even the subtle stains of this belief that the mind exhibits its true nature, the truest nature, which is that nothing obstructs its mind. It flows freely in all atoms of the universe, like the light trapped in a vase. Break the vase and the light inside will escape to all directions spontaneously. This is how the mind behaves. That is known as universal compassion and the omniscient state. Omniscient, the mind which knows all phenomena simultaneously. That's amazing. May I soon experience, generate very strong aspiration, may I soon experience this emptiness where all my sorrows dissolve. This is known as the transcending sorrow is absolute peace. This aspiration that we generate now, that is the ultimate understanding of renunciation. Slowly come out as a practice. Come out as a practice. Let's take a few seconds gap before we move to Bodhicitta. Are you ready? Okay. For the Bodhicitta, let us reinforce because this is something which we never experienced before. Because of this, we require a lot of support and blessings in the form of inspirations. Let us visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, his son said that all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas in the space in front of us are so loving, caring, embracing. Likewise, visualize your two grandparents and all of family members, your children, all sentient beings here in Root Institute, in Bodhgaya, in India, in your own country, in the world, in the Milky Way galaxy, and in the entire universe. Every creature in the oceans, every creature in the wilderness, living on the side, human beings, animals, insects, hungry ghosts, the god and goddess, spirits, everyone with us. And we'll do this in the form of the four vegetables. And at times, these practices may sound so superficial, it doesn't matter. Finally, what you want is you want the infinite happiness, you want to get rid of the miseries. The only secret lies, ultimate solution, the solution, long-term solution lies in cultivating the universal compassion. And for this, it requires training. So what it seems so superficial, these are the part of the training. We are very fortunate. Let's just do that. Imagine loving kindness. How good would it be that all my dear mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes happiness. May all my dear mother sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the cause of happiness. Cause of happiness primarily consisting of the universal compassionate bodhicitta, the most beautiful mind in this planet Earth or the universe, and a most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness. I will take the responsibility that all my demon sentient beings are endowed with happiness and causes happiness. The Buddhist Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, like the mother after all these many years of hardship, raising her children. Today, the eldest daughter, just age 12, the eldest son, age 11, they come to the mother, tell the mother, Mother, please take rest, you have done everything for us. We're grown up, we'll take care of our siblings. And the mother could not believe her eyes and ears. This is exactly what is happening to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas today. To see that you make such a courageous commitment, they tense happy and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassion omniscient minds to send forth nectars of very soothing lights towards you and all demon sentient beings. Their mere touch of lights and nectars with the body speaks to yours instills in all happiness and causes happiness in the minds of all demon sentient beings yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to us all the demon sentient beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh of relief. Immeasurable compassion. How good would it be that all my demon sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering? Cause of suffering consists of self-grasping ignorance and self-centered attitude, the complementarity of which gives rise to all the offshoots in the form of inappropriate attention, gross afflictions such as attachment, aversion, so forth, give rise to the contaminant karmas and give rise to miseries. May all my demon sentient beings be freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. I will take the responsibility that all my demon sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. The Buddha's Bodhisattvas witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment, the intense happiness and proud of you. This happiness and pride invoke the compassionate minds to send forth nectars of soothing lights towards you and all demon sentient beings, to wash away all the miseries and cause the miseries from the minds of sentient beings yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to us all the demon sentient beings. You're intense happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh of the relief. Immeasurable joy. How good would it be that all my demon sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they endowed with. May all my demon sentient beings never be separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they endowed with. I will take the responsibility that all my demon sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they endowed with. The Buddha's Bodhisattvas witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment, the intense happiness and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke the compassion of omniscient minds to send forth nectars of soothing lights towards you and all ultimate sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with the body's beings yours stabilizes the happiness and causes the happiness that beings are endowed with. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all of the mother sentient beings. You are intense happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with a relief. Next, immeasurable equanimity. How good would it be that all my dim sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other dim sentient beings with total love and affection, leaving none aside. May all my dim sentient beings be freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. I will take the responsibility that all my dim sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment, their intense happiness and proud of you, this pride and happiness invoke their compassionate omniscient minds to send forth nectars of soothing to assume all dim sentient beings. They mere touch with last nectars with the Buddha's beings yours, washes away all the miseries, washes away all the biased attitudes of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead making them abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other dimensions beings equally, leaving none aside. And you witnessing such a miracle happening towards all of dimensions beings, you're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths. Underscoring all the four immeasurables is unconditional love towards all the sentient beings. Imagine that you are looking in the eyes of each of the sentient beings to the extent each of the sentient beings so much love and affection that each one of them feels themselves as so special in your eyes. With folded hands, we'll make a bodhicitta commitment together wholeheartedly. It can be very superficial, it doesn't matter. There's the only way by which you can expect to awaken your Buddha nature inside, to unravel the hidden treasure of the ultimate happiness within yourself. 3 times together, wholeheartedly imagine that all Buddhists are watching, and your 2 parents, your children, everyone is joining us. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Slowly transform this beautiful Mother Bodhicitta into a spotless, clean moon disk, 2 inches in diameter or 1.5 inches in diameter, horizontally sitting in the heart. Okay, this is amazing that you made such a courageous commitment to become Buddha for the benefit of different sentient beings. But remember that no matter how much you squeeze a handful of sand, no oil comes out. Yes, that's true, I know that. I'm not like a handful of sand, I'm like a handful of sunflower seeds. I have a Buddha nature within me. But if that's the case, why not? That is, it is activated, is unraveled. Till now, since time immemorial, that's true. Till now, I'm being deceived by the 2 demons, self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered attitude. Today, I'm disillusioned by these 2. I'm going to do everything to exterminate the 2 demons. What are you going to do? I'm going to do a very powerful remedy. What is that remedy? The wisdom of emptiness, the non-dual wisdom of emptiness for the Arya Bodhisattvas. What is that like? Let's quickly retrieve the marriage emptiness which we did as the 3rd seal with respect to the flower, the rose flower. Okay, think of the rose flower. Subject the flower, how does that flower appear to you? As objective real, so well defined, nothing to do with my mind. Subject this flower to ultimate analysis. Go closer, you see instead of the very small texture, color combination, beautiful color combination, what we see is just the cracks. Then the cells, nucleus, chromosomes, DNA molecules, atoms, stay there. Grow by gradually going to a subtle aspects of the flower. We end up seeing the pool of atoms. Okay, stay there. What are you seeing now? I'm just seeing the pool of atoms. Where is the flower? Which of the atoms is this flower? Which you earlier saw as so objectively real. None of the atoms is to be identified as intrinsically as the flower. Okay, if not, then see if the flower does exist objectively, different from the atoms. Remove all the atoms. Where's the flower? Nothing is left. There's the flower. Okay, now from the object, where's this flower? From the object, we see that there are only two possibilities for the flower to exist objectively. Atoms, which are parts of the flower, or something different from the atoms. And both the possibilities are ruled out, and that where's the flower now? Nowhere to be seen in the ultimate analysis. This is the meaning of the emptiness of objective existence of the flower. It doesn't mean the flower is empty. Flowers empty is not decided by the ultimate analysis. It should be decided by conventional analysis. So what the ultimate analysis decides is whether the flower exists objectively or not. So since that is seen as empty, means empty of objective existence, which means the flower exists dependently by subjective perception, not at all from the object. Okay, so what you're seeing now, where's the flower is empty. Stay in this experience for a while. Slowly transform this wisdom of emptiness, the most fearless mind on this planet, in this universe, to transform this into a spotlessly clean, thumb-sized white Vajra, vertically sitting on the Bodhicitta heart. Okay, that's amazing. Now this is the blaze of the non-dual bodhicittas, of the Arya Bodhisattvas. The moon symbolic of the conventional bodhicitta, which is altruistic intention to become Buddha for the benefit of human sentient beings. This guarantees us that the self-centered attitude is going to be exterminated for good. And the Vajra is symbolic of the non-dual wisdom of the emptiness of the Arya Bodhisattvas, which will guarantee us to exterminate all the mental defilements, both afflictive and cognitive, thereby guaranteeing that we'll experience a total fearlessness and infinite happiness, where there's no trace of miseries, there's no trace of the limitations, drawbacks, and defilements. Wow, this is amazing. Let us not forget your two parents, your children, all of family members, and all dear sentient beings. What's the point if you become enlightened but others are still suffering? What's the point of this? Yes, but arouse extremely strong compassion towards all the beings, all dear sentient beings. This compassion invokes the Vajramuni in the heart to multiply infinite number of times. Share one side of the Vajramuni at the heart of your mother, one side with your father, one side with each one of your family members, including your children, one with each of the sentient beings here in Road Institute, in Bodhgaya, in India, in your own country, in the entire universe. Every creature now you are sharing the Vajramon with every creature, trillions and trillions and trillions of creatures in the oceans, trillions and trillions of creatures in the wilderness, the lions, the deers, the tiny insects, then the worms, the flies, everyone, human beings, non-human beings, everyone. Wow, this is amazing. You're extremely kind. Also, let us not forget that all Buddhist Bodhisattvas, they're watching us right from the beginning. Yes, I'm being cognizant of this. Why not we invite all Buddhist Bodhisattvas to be the guests who are taking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow? So it's just of inviting them to be the guest and our witness. Let's slowly stand up to make three prostrations along with all demon sentient beings. Okay, please see if you can sit on your right knees. Page 50. Now that you already know the meaning, no need for me to explain this further. We'll just wholeheartedly invoke all Buddhist Bodhisattvas as we have requested to be the witness and the guests to our taking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow. And this is what is that vow? What commitment that we have after taking this vow is to commit yourself that from today onwards I'll try my best not to harm others, and if possible, I'll render service and benefit to others as much as I can. If this is what you can do, you're entitled to take this aspiration Bodhisattva vow. It's not necessary that you should be a Buddhist and so forth. It's just for the goodness of the humanity. And imagine that all beings are joining you. And this is the only way how to expand the circle of joy and how to minimize the miseries within yourself and your near and dear ones and the people around, the beings around you. I go for refuge to the True Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the True Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the True Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successfully done the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and I shall have two successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Feel the joy of having received that Bodhisattva vow. And this is amazing. So just imagine that your mother, after all these many years of receiving complaints from the school about you as a little girl, you as a little boy, and today's school principal comes. Again, the mother is very apprehensive. What happened? What kind of complaint? The school principal said, no, I came here to congratulate you. The mother couldn't believe. Congratulate me. For what? That your daughter and your son, two of them, appointed the best of the students of this year, of the school for this year. And the mother could not believe her eyes and ears. This is exactly what has happened to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. They feel so proud of you today to see that you have taken the aspiration Bodhisattva vow. So all these many lifetimes, they've been expecting each one of us that we engage in virtues so that we don't have to suffer, we experience happiness. But on the contrary, we've been doing all the negativities. But today you have done so good. The Buddhist Bodhisattvas, they feel that today you made their day. They're so happy. And this happiness and pride that they feel today invoke the Vajramuni in their hearts to multiply infinite number of times. Like rain shower, they descend to merge with the one that you visualize in the heart. They become non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Likewise, all these replicas of Vajramoon from the Buddha's Bodhisattvas, infinite number of them, like rain shower, they descend to merge with the one that you visualize that you have shared with your mother at her heart. They merge with the one that you visualize the heart of your father, at the heart of each of your children, each of the family members, each of the beings here in Bodhgaya, in India, in your country, in the world, with each of the creatures, trillions of creatures in the wilderness, in the oceans, in that entire universe, human beings, animals, insects, holy ghosts, hell beings, god and goddesses, spirits, everyone. Thereby become non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Wow, that's amazing. This guarantees that you guarantee that all beings, all dimensional beings are eventually very soon going to be relieved of all the miseries and will experience the ultimate goodness, ultimate sugadahood, ultimate happiness, ultimate fulfillment, ease of the mind, infinite, eternally. That's amazing. So that this is offering, that this best of the gifts that you can make to all dimensions being. And today you did it. And of all the offerings that you can possibly make to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas, there's nothing greater than what you've done today. The Buddha himself declared that one moment of practice of compassion far excels the filling the whole universe with the gems and offering them to Buddhist Bodhisattvas. If this were the case, what he mentioned of our having taken that spiritual Bodhisattva vows, this is so precious, and today you have made this offering to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. And of your life, of our life, we see that this is the greatest meaning, and you have given such meaning to your life. Why not we continue with this meaning, the whatever remaining part of the life that we are left with, why not we continue with this meaning? This is the meaning of how to be wisely kind towards oneself, and today you did it. That's amazing. And all these wonders are happening because of the kindness and the blessings of all the Bodhisattvas, particularly Buddha Shakyamuni and His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Let us slowly stand up to make 3 prostrations, just of thanking all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas. And I imagine that you stand up to make 3 prostrations along with all sentient beings. Okay, please take your seats. Page number 51. Throughout my future lifetimes, may always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicitta even across my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicitta even across my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicitta even across my life. In order to further increase this bodhicitta from now on, those with discernment who have lucidly seized and awakened the mind of bodhicitta in this way should highly praise it in the following manner. Today my life has borne fruit, having well obtained this human existence. I've been born in the family of the Buddha, and now I'm one of Buddha's children. Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall it disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind man discovering a Jew, but some coincidence, an awakened mind has been born within me. Is supreme ambrosia that overcomes sovereignty of death, is the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world, is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease, is the tree that shelters all beings wandering and tired on the path of conditioned existence. It is the universal bridge that leads to freedom from unhappy states of birth. It is the dawning moment of the mind that expels the torments of disturbing conceptions. It is a great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. It is a quintessential butter from the churn and the milk of Dharma. For all those guys traveling on the path of conditioned existence, who wish to experience abundance of happiness, this will satisfy them with joy and actually place them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all protectors, I invite the world to be guests at a festival of temporary and ultimate delight. May gods, demigods, and all be joyful. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the teachings in the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the beholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, everywhere in the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, fastest praise that I've missed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds, wisdom, eyes planted in ignorance. Okay, tomorrow morning we have to bring this book with us. Your own copies, bring this. Eyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tyatam Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tyatam Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tyatam Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha. 3 prostrations together.